Looks like the next boss strategy is on Noble Hisuian Arcanine from Pokemon Legends Arceus. Ugh. But Pokemon's not really my forte. Oh, I do know a guy.
Who's calling me this early in the morning? What do you want, Snake?
Hey Z, I have a boss strategy here. Want a collab?
That's why you woke me up. For a collab. I think I'll pass.
What if I said it was on Pokemon?
Pokemon, you say? Say less, let's do this.
Well, alright then. It's showtime! Hey there everyone, Omega Snake here, and this is a boss strategy for the Lord of the Isles, Hisuian Arcanine. However, I'm not really that great at Pokemon, so I decided to call in some backup from someone who is.
Hello there, it's me, Z Murcielago, and while I'm not a huge comp player, I do know my way around Pokemon, and this large Doggo will wreck you if you don't prepare for him properly.
And we are going to show you how to do that. However, we are also going to cover the battle before fighting Arcanine, the bandits who stole his brother.
These three seem to be a magnet for trouble, constantly showing up when you least need them, crashing scenes for profit without caring about the consequences.
Tell me about it. These three also have some troublesome Pokemon as well, and you have to take out all three of them before getting to Hisuian Arcanine himself.
The difficulty truly does depend on your team. If you have the Pokemon with the right moves, everything should be fine. But the fact that we have to fight these nuisances at every turn gets annoying after a while.
We will get to that in a minute, but before we get too far ahead, Z, let's follow the proper procedures and start talking about preparations for these two fights, starting with Team Comp.
Which honestly seems scary to do at first, but it's the easiest noble to prepare for. For whatever reason, Game Freak decided to surround the area of a Fire Rock type boss Pokemon with an ocean of water Pokemon. What's next? Surrounding a grass boss with poison and flying type Pokemon and a guardian who's an annoying character in the game?
Now, Z. Let's focus on this Pokemon boss for now. You can rant about it later. Let's just tell them how to prepare.
Soon.
Now, I'm going to leave this part to Z, because he really knows his Pokemon. Take it away, buddy.
Since we have an area with a ton of water types, our choices are quite plentiful. Even if you chose Oshawott, having a second water type never hurts. On top of that, this area also has the Machop line, which can help you with the rock typing. An ideal team to deal with the three bandits and Hisuian Arcanine would probably be something like Hisuian Typhlosion, or a Ghost type, a good water type like Gyarados, Gastrodon, or Hisuian Samurott if you didn't just choose Cyndaquil, Machamp or Hisuian Decidueye if you didn't take the other two, and a dark type like Honchkrow or whatever else you think you're missing.
I would like to say, though, that there is plenty of alphas in the area as well. One of the strongest being Alpha Empoleon. He is very strong, though. But if you can catch him, you should be set for Arcanine. We should also mention that if you don't have a fire type for the first bandit, the Magmars right before the fight will do just fine.
Exactly. If you have been farming points, you can get those evil items for certain Pokemon and make your team stronger for the fights ahead.
Speaking of items, we should of course mention that you should make sure you have plenty of potions, revives, and maybe a few stat boosters if your Pokemon are underleveled.
It would probably be smart to get some levels on you before going in, so just don't go in under level. That's not me saying to over level, just to be somewhere around the 40-ish area, and you'll be fine.
And that should be enough for preparations. Do you think we missed anything, Z, or should we move on to the bandits?
Let's get rid of these 3 terrible thieves, and then we can get on to the real meat of the area.
Alright, now let's talk about these 3. First up is Clover and her Abomasnow. Just grab a Magmar from the area before this fight, and he'll go down easily since he is quad weak to fire.
Then it's a coin with her Toxicroak. The Machamp or Hisuian Decidueye you have should easily kill it, no problem.
Sadly, I don't have footage of that, but a powerful ground-type attack from Gastrodon will do just as well. Lastly is Charm, and she has 2 Pokemon at her disposal. First up is Rhydon, and you can use any of the Water-type Pokemon you were planning to use for Arcanine to take him down easily.
Your Water-type or Fighting-type should be able to handle Rhydon without any issue. After Rhydon comes off her ace, Gengar, there should be some Pokemon around like Drifloon or Drifblim, Dusknoir, or even a Dark-type like Honchkrow or Murkrow should be able to get you past her.
He should go down easy, but if you're not careful, he might KO a Pokemon with a nasty combo of Hypnosis into Strong Style Hex, which does more damage if the Pokemon has a status ailment. Sure caught me off guard when he did it to me.
A Pokemon that is good for all 3 fights is honestly Hisuian Typhlosion, with its dual typing of Fire and Ghost type, able to handle the majority of all 3 of the bandits' T's with its moveset.
If you have it, of course. If not, just have a team like we said, or be overleveled like I was. And they will run with their tails between their legs. But not before poor Growlithe evolves and then goes out of control.
The Noble Hisuian Arcanine is a very close quarter fight where your placement matters. If you're not careful, you'll only have a small area that's safe for you.
Very much true. And with that said, let's finally get to the reason we're here. It's time to rein this doggo in. Now, before we fight Arcanine, if those 3 gave you a hard time, you do have an opportunity to save and restock if you need to. Now then, Z, what's the first attack on the docket?
The Hisuian Arcanine likes to do Fire Dash towards your location that requires some dodging to avoid. This gets extra hectic later on when he makes the area smaller.
Yeah, this is also his most common attack, but it's also very easy to dodge, at least at first. Just watch for when his eyes flash, as he will dash right after. Alright, what's next?
He'll charge up some fireballs that you need to get rid of via throwing the bombs at him till you hit the threshold, or you'll take some serious damage.
He's not kidding either. But once you do get rid of all of his fireballs, he will get stunned and will allow you to enter into a Pokemon battle. Shall we quickly go over his stats and Pokemon attack, Z? Not that quickly!
Fine. The short of it is that Noble Hisuian Arcanine is more of a physical attacker than his Cantonian counterpart, so all of his moves in the fight are physical attacks.
As you can see, he will have Fire Fang, Rock Slide, Raging Fury, and Crunch, and he is level 36. Hence why we recommend being around level 40 or so. He also has the Rock typing, which does give him a little more coverage, but it also makes him quad weak to water.
Another type he's weak to is Ground type, which you can have covered with Gastron since it's a water ground typing, which so happens to be in the first area of the entire game.
Back to his overworld attacks though, he also has a Stomp attack, which he will try to jump on you, but it's pretty obvious when he's going to do it though. The real fight starts is when he gets down to half health. Right, Z?
Yeah, this is where he starts making the area smaller, so your placement means a lot here. He will leap into the middle of the area and close you off from the other corner, so you don't be there when he does that, or fourth of his health.
In such a small area, you will really have to time your dodges well to avoid taking damage, or you'll take damage just from how close you are. But this is not the most dangerous part of this fight.
The dangerous part of the whole fight is the lava that you can accidentally roll into if you're not careful. Again, placement means a lot.
True, but I was also talking about his most dangerous attack. You know that Fireball charge attack? Well, he'll jump to the other side of you, and because of how far it is, it's nearly impossible to hit him with bombs from there and interrupt him. But we do have a trick for it.
It's not really a trick, but basically you can roll through the fire and take a small amount of damage and then roll again with the invincibility frames and get right in his face and chuck the bombs at him.
If you've been doing a good job dodging his attacks, the fire ring in the center won't hurt you very much, and you should have plenty of health to risk taking a bit of damage.
Playing through this again, we realize that there's two ways to go through this and the other noble fights. Normally, or just chucking bombs at it constantly. It's up to you. You really have to do what you want to do.
And that's all there is to this fight. So, let's wrap this up. As long as you avoid his attacks and chuck bombs at him, he should go down without too much trouble, but I hope the strategy will help those that are stuck on him.
I know we can be a little tough to handle for newer players, but if you stay calm and remember the points we talked about, you can do it.
And that's really all we have to say. We hope you enjoyed the video, everyone, and I want to give a very special thanks to Z Murcielago for helping me cover him.
It wasn't that bad. You know how much I just love Pokemon. Anyway, I'm going back to making my own videos. And possibly going back to sleep.
Oh, speaking of that, if you want to see what Z is working on, go subscribe to his channel. I will have it in the description below.
Oh, thanks, man.
This is Omega Snake signing out.
But until then, this is Z Murcielago.
See you
guys next
time.